Welcome back to the last round of the Global Loot League Wingman Duo Tournament. We're going to be live on Miramar on an NA server. And this last game, Gambino,
yep,
they're going to be doing a little
they
lead,
were,
I
I
think.
believe, top 5 going into game number 4, and they did win. So curious to see how the leaderboard is looking, but I think it's really close between a lot of teams right now. And yeah, like you said, Miramar is going to be the last game. It was the first game of the day. Now it's going to be the last one, the 5th and final game, and it's going to be pretty close, I believe, between a lot of teams. So this is up to anyone to take on the first prize, and even the second and third. I feel like there's a lot of teams that have been doing consistently well, and now Jeems and Ibiza were outside of the top 10 going to game 4, but they did secure a 3rd place with a few kills, so they might be in contention to a top 5 going into game 5. So I'm curious to see how that score leaderboards. There we go. There it is indeed. So Gambino actually far ahead with 557 points,
Indeed.
10 kills, almost 130 points in front of Zulu. But if they do die early, if they do have a bad game, it's still like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 5th, even 5th and 6th are 340 points and above. They can still catch up. One win will give them around 200 points in placements plus the kills, so it's still anyone's game if Gambino has a bad game. If a Gambino finishes around top 10, I don't see any other team kind of catching up unless they get a lot of kills.
Yeah, unless it's Zulu and
So
Timmy's.
Finstack is number 2 with 426. We do say Master Dominator and Hyperion. They end up 2nd place, I think, at the end, or 4th place. No, they were 4th place. He ran into the house,
Exactly.
with 397. Adam and Uncivil that won game 2, I remember, with 345. Jeems and Ibiza from 12th place to 5th place with 342. 3 points behind 4th place, but 1 point ahead of 6th place. United the won game number 1. So all of these teams are still in contention to win it all. We see
there's a long way going from Copper Magic and Pete and up to those. That's 250 something points.
Yeah.
And that's going to be hard. But for the other teams, if to mine Ashik, the Gambino boys, if they do bad, then it's an open game for the rest of top 2 to 6, I'd say.
See Kickstarter, Naimosi, and Copper Magic and Peter, they both have 17 kills, so they're 2 teams with the highest amounts. And also on the other side, if you look at on the right side, the 28th place team, Calvin Klein and Tausira, they have 12 kills. They see all the other teams that in that lower bracket don't have kills, but they have been getting kills. Unfortunately, they've just been dying early. Their aggressive playstyle hasn't been paying off in placements, but really fun tournament so far. And this is going to be the 5th and last game. Still up to anyone in the top 6 right now can still win it. They just need a lot of kills to secure past Gambino, and Gambino needs to have a bad game themselves.
But they're aware of this, I think, so they're going to be playing super safe.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what, if you're in Gambino's spot right now and you might drop in a contested area.
I'll dip. I'll get out there. Disengage that fight. I'll just play safe and maybe go underlooted into second phase, because usually they go wait for the first phase to shrink. But even there, we saw at Miramar, there's a lot of teams inside that zone. So we're going to be having, I think we're going to be having seen them going super early. 30 shots on a UMP, just go take something center and be in there. Because
do you think they might split it up, or do you think they're going to stick together?
I think they're going to
both have pros and cons.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick together. Stick together in the beginning. If they migrate and they're in 2 different vehicles, and somebody gets shot out, but they're going to leave. I mean, they're not going to take any chance in not having like these huge risks. But I think they're going to go super early or extremely late into the zone. Both viable plays, both a meta you can use, but they are aware. They know the leaderboard, obviously, so they are aware of this, and they are aware of the lead. So they just want to make sure they get into that top 10, and they kind of have to go to like top 6, top 7 to secure the lead is big enough down to Zulu and Timmy's, because you get 200 points for a win. 150 for second place, so they can still.
Yeah, it's only 100 and 120, 130 points set behind, right? So they can still catch up. If Zulu, if Finstack get a win, Gambino need a like you said, a top 5 finish maybe just to be hanging there. So it's gonna be really close. It's all down to these 6 teams. And 6 really strong teams too, and it's going to be an exciting Miramar action fight. And the issue with this as well is a lot of teams know that they can't get these prizes. They know that they're out of contention. They know they're outside of maybe top 10 or anything. So they might be going aggressive. They might be going for the 5th and last game, you know, going for specific teams, maybe just attacking them, just going for fights, and this could cause a little scary thought for some teams that maybe like, for example, James and Ibiza, they like going Picado. Maybe we'll see a lot of teams going Picado now because they know they just don't have any chance, and this can affect James and Ibiza. If I was James and Ibiza right now, I would think the same. I would go for more safe route than going for Picado. You can go for Picado on the first game because you know players will still play safe to win, but in this 5th and last game, if I was them, I would go somewhere else.
Yeah, just to play it safe. And the same with some of these teams that are far way outside. I think they're just going to drop somewhere funny. We did hear some of the teams asking, we have no chance of winning. Where do you want us to jump?
Yep.
And we answered some funny stuff and make sure to see that and see the action in the beginning. But I hope there's going to be someone going Hacienda. I hope there's somebody going...
We didn't see any team land specific Hacienda. They did loot it a little bit later. We did see Calvin Klein and Tausera, I believe, the Hacienda team. But they didn't directly land there. You can directly land there, get quick loot and leave. But they kind of looted on the outskirts and then looted there. That takes a little bit longer. You don't really need to do that per se. But we'll see how that develops. I think the server is being redone and we're getting the players back in. Should be starting pretty shortly. But this 5th and final game, Avenger, is going to be a lot of fun.
Miramar, NA server, so it's for the NA home turf. And I think we're going to be seeing some different strats and some fun strats. There are some team not giving up, but we did not see everybody connect. We lost the people.
I think there's IM qualifiers for NA possibly right now. So a few players had to play that because it was their groups. Unfortunately, they
have to prioritize that. Understandable,
we did actually have Team Random today. They couldn't attend for the same reason. They had a really good showing. They were pretty bummed out that they couldn't play because of the ESL qualifiers.
And they did good yesterday as well.
Yeah, they did really good yesterday, and I was curious to see how they would develop here. So we'll see. Yeah.
I'm excited for this Miramar. I'm super excited to see if Gambino can hold on to this lead and to see how they play. Remember, we have this secondary stream on Global Loot League number 2. You can see the map. We also have the map available to us, and we talk to that sometimes where we see some of these outside teams rotating and migrating through the map. Miramar is one of these maps where it's hard to rotate, and we will see a lot of fights going on, and we're not going to be able to catch them all in the start and to the mid game. But we have these about 32 teams left, I believe, and they're going to be throwing themselves at each other on Miramar. And Picado, I hope we're going to be seeing teams.
Fifth and last game.
Yeah,
we haven't seen that many pack Picado.
Guys.
We ended up with Wrangel yesterday. Wrangel was the 5th and last game, I believe. So now today is the first time there's going to be Miramar as the last game. So I'm pretty sure, I hope that we'll see some arena fights and stuff like that.
Boxing fights, please. Leading up to the UFC fight.
Yeah,
MMA
that is
fight.
tonight between Nagano and Miocic. There's a UFC
you really want
heavyweight.
to see that.
I'm a huge UFC fan. I love MMA, so I'm gonna probably stay up and watch that as well.
Yeah, of course. Me too. I would probably stay up and see how that goes. I believe that we are soon ready to throw to the game. But one prediction: who's gonna be second?
I mean, I was going to say I think Gambino's going to take away with it. I think they're really smart players. I don't think they will die early. I feel like they just play really safe. They're really safe players in themselves. They have really good rotation, so I see them taking away for this. And second place...
It's open.
Yeah, I mean, if James and Ibiza drop Picado, it can be a little bit scary. They can drop somewhere else safe. Maybe they kind of have the momentum from the last game. They had a good moments. I hope they show up. But it's between them, Finstack... But we do have the plane actually starting over here.
We're ready.
Let's see. This is starting from the south mid-ish, westish area across the mid. So this is going to be kind of a split around down the mid from southwest to northeast.
Holy wow.
Spread out for a
lot
of
teams dropping Picado right here.
Yes.
And I think...
like I said, and James and Ibiza in the mix too. And this is not good for them. We have over probably 10 teams right now. And James and Ibiza are probably thinking, what the hell is going on? We got Raptor, we got Soul Breather, we got Raffi, we got Optic, we got the NIP boys.
Timmy Tinkletoes.
Timmy Tinkletoes and Sammy Slimslu. I hope they show up in Picado and become the arenas.
Pork
we got
and
so many people going out. Raptor and Minifridge actually PC now. They're scared. They don't want any action.
Also.
Yeah, they didn't want any action of that. But James and Ibiza, they're not going to give up. They want to be Picado. I mean, if they have a good Picado and get a lot of kills, they can actually take this home. So this could be the winning play for them. Maybe not the top 3, but a winning play for sure.
And teams knocking out Soul Breather
arena
here.
Fights right now. There's 3 or 4 teams in arena. 4
knocks right here.
James getting a knock on 2 different players. Raffi goes down and gets knocked and finished. at the arena. Unfortunately for him, doesn't get to finish. X and Borg fighting in the arena. Battling really low, but Battling getting a perfect shot on X and finishes him. We got Velo also finished on the right side. We got Borg pushing against Battling. Landed some shots. Got the kill feed changing into the written one. There's not the kill icon one. And Borg and X have been eliminated. They're not the arena boxing champs, unfortunately for them.
EB and James still alive here in the casino.
They did get one knock earlier from James. He actually ended up getting 2 knocks.
Yeah.
2 different players from 2 different teams. Now Boogie in this corner right now, holding this angle, knocks out James. And now Ibiza has to clutch the situation. Ibiza does in fact clutch it, and they eliminate a Boogie. And James is going to be able to be rested. They did win the casino, but Egidop and Andrea Rectu are still nearby. Egidop has been knocked by James a little bit earlier.
And Egidop is going to go for that rest, of course. We're going to have a Northwestern zone here. Very good zone.
And XPMPL, they were the ones jumping in the arena. And look at them with 3 kills already.
Yep.
So starting off that arena fight.
James and EB still...
we lost quite a few players already. Around 10 players, I believe, we've lost. We started with 64 alive, so a lot of action in this 5th and last game in Miramar. Still a few teams in Pecado alive. Sammy Slimsloot has Timmy Tinkletoes, but I don't know what team... Oh, he's in the west compound of Pecado right now.
Sammy Slimy Sloot here.
Slimy Sloot is running... No, he's going in the house. He's not running. He was in this house.
This is by far one of my favorite players already.
Lucha Libre, Blue House.
Yeah. James and EB slowly healing up. They do not have any more of those heals.
They are aware of really slow.
They did knock Egidop earlier, so they're aware of this guy still being alive because they didn't get the kill. So James is going to push that and to see if he's going to get any more of that.
Timmy Tankletoes. James, I think they know that Egidop is in that spot, and Andrea, they're going to push up, but this is 3rd person. Whoever pushes in, this is the most scariest one. James trying to bait them out. Going on top of the 2nd floor, trying to bait some movements, but nothing happening. Ibiza, I don't know where Ibiza is above him as well. This is a really tough spot for them if they want to push, because they're on 4th or 5th place right now, Ibiza and James. If they die right now, that's the dream's over. But if they get these 2 kills, they can
snowball their way to 1st place. Sure. Yep.
So it's a really high risk, high reward for Ibiza and James right now. XMPL getting another knock. They already have 3 kills.
17 from Uptick.
Yeah.
Oh, he does know there. Oh. Throwing that nade. Is he going to land?
He lands that perfect nade from James. Landing nades all day long. Ibiza finishing Egidop. They don't know where Andrea Rectu is, and they do in fact finish. So 2 kills.
2 more kills.
For James and Ibiza.
Perfect. Well played by them.
4 kills. If they carry on with this momentum, they can wipe out the Pecado. They can maybe end up with maybe 8+ kills in Pecado if they carry on like this. But James, those nades.
Yeah. He's carrying on those nades.
Molotov from XMPL.
It's going to go nowhere.
It's disappeared, unfortunately. It wasn't, in fact, a water nade. It wasn't as a Molotov.
Oh, okay.
it was debated.
There
we go. Never mind.
Yes,
it just was a little bit delayed.
He's denying that play. Oh, he can see him from there. 17 laying there in the open. Oh, Batulin nading.
Nade.
Oh no.
It's gonna.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
no.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Maybe.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. He's gonna throw a grenade in. Throws it in.
Knocks.
Yeah, knocks him out, but gets the return by Baha Waka from the bottom floor of the next house. Knocks out Battling as he threw that nade. Now, 17, this is his 2nd knock, so he's going to be bleeding pretty fast. Baha Waka needs to make a fast play. Either go upwards or get a clutch knock on XMPL. If not, 17, you see his health from the bottom left is ticking.
Yep. And
it's ticking time clock right now. Is he deciding he's going to let him?
Yeah, he's going to
bleed to death. And Optic Baha Waka is left alone. Battling still knocked. And Baha Waka might be able to finish him. XMPL with no vest, no helmet, just an SKS. Baha Waka is just shotgunning him right now from far away.
Jumping here.
I guess he has no ammo in his scar.
Holy shit, headshot.
XPL landing really good shots. The 1% health from Baha Waka hasn't finished Battling. Battling might be in safe play right now. With his scar, does in fact have ammo. Takes out the shotgun instead of the scar. What a savage. Baha Waka just trying to make a sick play. Finishes Battling. 10% still peaking.
He doesn't care anymore.
Doesn't give a damn. No helmet, no health. I'm just gonna shotgun peek person.
On 30 yards right here.
XMPL has no vest or helmet.
He has a nade though. He's gonna Kobe that.
He's gonna grab a nade. He's gonna throw it up in the air.
It's gonna
land. Is it gonna land on XMPL? going to take a few seconds before that.
Surprise, surprise.
2019, and nade hasn't landed yet.
We're growing
2,
older, just waiting for that
1.
nade to land.
Boom. No, there's no nade, I guess.
That he had such a strong throw, so he actually threw it off the planet.
It went to probably a wrangle and
right.
somewhere in
Obviously.
school, I guess.
Probably knocking one of the Vex guys.
Yeah. So we're holding a third-person action right now. They're not really peeking each other. James and Ibiza still alive, and Picard.
They must be aware of this.
Yep.
They can hear those shots.
He can sneak up and get some kills too.
Bull Mama taking out Sammy Slimy Sloot and Timmy Tinkle
Unfortunately for them.
Unlucky
had
guys.
Had a really good game yesterday. Good day. But today they...
thank you for entertaining and playing with us here in this tournament.
Thank you for your awesome nicknames. It was a pleasure shoutcasting that. We have 3 teams on El Zahar.
Yeah. Meter here is...
I don't know where his teammate Feverish is.
Nope.
Might have gone down earlier at this start of this game. Bahawaka and XCMPL still holding each other there on that angle. No one wants to make the push.
Maybe in a couple of minutes this nade will land.
While that's happening, James and Ibiza actually carry on looting the whole of Picard on like the mid part. So
and we'll also see Tumai and Ashek looting La Copria.
Okay.
And
La Covreria, right?
Yeah, but
La Covreria.
Yeah, but you're the Spanish guy. I don't know that. But
they're looting safe. I don't know if they looted in the past.
They did. They did loot the last game, and they were alone at the same.
So they probably thought this could be alone again.
Yeah.
People are gonna go mid part.
Maybe
north part is safe. Good.
So they dropped for a car and drove up there, and it's a good place to loot as well. There's lots of loot
for sure.
And, but it's a good zone for them as well. We got this northwestern zone.
Kane getting knocked out by Taylor. No, Kane knocking out Taylor.
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly. Yeah,
I'm good confused by
we're back with the
Texty pre 1.0 patch kill feed. Don't have the icons on right now.
Next level feature. Milau just waiting for this.
Milau's teammate Taylor is knocked. Now Kane and Wick are gonna abuse the fact that it's gonna bait Taylor. I mean bait Milau is gonna make a mistake. They're gonna behind this car right now, but Taylor does have that little ridge where he can pro behind a little dippity dip. And he's not peeking right now. Kane and Wick can't really push either.
No, they want him to make a play
they have
here,
a grenade.
but they can see him.
They see his.
My friend, we know you are. Oh, Nate, yeah.
There we go.
This is gonna be a Kobe.
That's gonna be a Kobe.
No
he's gonna
cooking.
Peek.
No cooking though.
No cooking, but that's a bit too short. He actually moved a little bit back when he threw the grenade. He needs a bit move forward, but
the
Kane
headshot by
Kane lands a few headshots onto.
And again, we see these two guys perch here. Once they get a knock, they're gonna capitalize on it, and they're gonna push on it.
Yeah, they
know super aggressive on that. Yeah,
they know how to perfect that knock push positioning from them. So very
impressive. These two guys must have played a lot of duos together because they know how to play together. Obviously,
they seem in sync for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Good shot.
Bahawaka and XMPL, they just swapped positions, I believe. Bahawaka was in the actual house, and now XMPL is the one behind the house. So they've been swapping positions there.
And Ibiza just killed XMPL, so no more XMPL.
More kills for Ibiza and James. 5 kills already, the highest of this game.
Yep. 2 for EB and 3 for James. James is getting a car and getting to EB right now.
They still know that Bahawaka is most likely nearby. This could be another kill for them if they push it, but he is behind a car and it's a little bit scary to do. James just driving the van, probably trying to loot XMPL. Bahawaka just trying to prone and hide. They might have no idea that Bahawaka is here. Bahawaka can actually ruin James.
Wildcard right here, yes.
He's a wildcard. Does have 24 bullets on that scar.
2 kills and 75% HP.
Ibiza moving around the compounds is a little bit scary. Shooting at Ibiza right now. Ibiza gets knocked. Bahawaka, but James with a return fire. 10%, almost 10% health on the James, but clutch situation. James and Ibiza managed to stay alive the whole Picado and end with 6 kills.
Yep, well played by them. It's probably that snowball that they are looking forward to.
This is looking good for them.
Yeah,
they just need to grab them more kills, and Gambino needs to have a bad positioning game. But looking good so far for them. 20 teams left alive, and 37 players. So a few solos in the game right now. Zenta and Lux in outside the circle right now against Crimson guys.
And Lux actually killed NBS here, so Pipers is alone right here. Yep. And Zenta and Lux is just...
and I believe these are teams in the top 5, if not top 8 situation, like Zenta and Lux and Crimson.
I think you're correct here.
So this
Bankbass driving straight through here. Lux killed Meter as well with the SKS.
Meter in
so
the
they are out now.
Bus is down, so they're out.
But that's a free vehicle for them and some loot as well. Because
and then some shots on Phoebus.
you can see him. Phoebus is just looking to get this. So Senta moved towards Lux right now, try to get the location on them. And they're outside the zone, kind of far away.
Yeah.
The same as United is down the south.
We got Tauzera and Calvin Klein actually finishing Wick and Kane, so they're out in 19th place.
Yep, so they're not going to be in top 10 or top 5, I believe.
Doesn't seem so. That Shrink favoring Gambino. Gambino first place right now. Now they're getting the circle on top. Pretty much the best spot right now. Like, there's not so many compounds in that part of the map, and they have the whole town. They probably can easily rotate. They know they like rotating pretty fast, so they can choose any spot in the map right now and just secure a really good placement.
Yep.
James and Ibiza on the worst side of this circle of Shrink.
Yeah.
On the southeast side.
But they are aware of this. They know that if they're going to come in from the southeast, that's the populated area.
Super packed on the south side. So we'll see if teams are going to do like a wide flank around.
They're going to be driving all the way up to ruins and then going in from the north.
If I was a team right now, I would highly advise to do that for sure. Do a long flank around the circle and go
the long shot.
Side. Yep. Raptor mini fridge rotating right now.
A car each. 2 pickups. They're going to be able to drive most of this terrain. Cover Magic and Pete just outside the top 5, I believe. And they're going to be driving around as well. Pete driving into something right here. It looks like
he's in a bang bus. It's not the best.
Bia and Omena.
See United on the southwest as
they're
well.
They're far away. They looted Valdemar.
Yep.
And
they're also in the contention to possibly have a first place if they get a lot
they're
of kills.
top 3, I believe. Yeah. Calvin Klein here waiting for Easy One to do something. Doesn't look like he's going to do anything right now, but they're just waiting for them to move out north because they are outside the zone.
Outside the zone, indeed. And a lot of teams
outside
are rotating right now. Easy One, 37 seconds before the circle starts shrinking, so they still have a little bit more time to play with.
Yeah.
Just holding some angles, Calvin Klein here with using that third-person camera, seeing over without showing himself.
He must know that Easy One is there. Like he.
Yeah, they're hearing shots right now. I don't know if it's Calvin Klein's teammate or someone else shooting.
Getting some info.
Level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, level 3 backpack on Calvin Klein. Really stacked, quite a few meds.
M4 and a car with the 8X as well.
He's literally geared.
Yeah.
He's the perfect gear you want to have in the game.
Yeah. He did sell his soul to us for that. So we're going to name his firstborn just for that loot. Krieger and Fergie taking some shots at B-Dub and Jack Breacher.
It knocks him out.
Yep.
Good shots from Fergie with just a red dot there. Pretty far away distance.
About 200 meters out.
Now Jack Breacher.
He's just going to be hiding behind these cactuses.
Yeah, I think he's got an angle on him, Fergie.
How do you feel about these?
James getting a knock on the back, getting more kills possibly here.
Bia.
If he finishes Bia. Finishing B-Dub. Didn't want B-Dub to sneak up all the way, and Breacher gets to res. And James getting a kill on Amina, so 8 kills for them.
Now, yeah.
They have 8 kills. This is looking really good. They're racking up the points. 7 teams left alive. B-Dub goes down to Fergie and
Jack
Breacher.
Breacher's gonna smoke.
Crimson Pipers is rotating pretty far away. I don't know where his teammate is.
Lux
did die earlier, we saw.
Yeah.
His teammate did die earlier. James and EB's outside the zone, just looted up, fully meted. Level 2 vest, level 3 helmet, level 3 backpack.
Good loot.
Buggy.
Yeah, and they're gonna take that buggy. They're looking to get that snowball right here.
Yeah, they just need to get into a good spot. They are coming late into circle, so maybe a few spots are going to be taken. They might have to fight their way into it. Maybe that's what they kind of want. They want a snowball, so not looking too bad for them. Timmy's just got knocked out. Kickstart just shooting at them, actually. In fact, they probably just got knocked out while he was rotating.
Yep.
But he's going to be safely rezzed, I believe, right now. By Zululul, another team that in the contention, top 3 situation, I think they are in. They can still take it in. I think they were second place, actually.
Yep.
But they can still win. Gambino actually moved from La Carreria. They go into a bit more west, a little bit more central, as they normally do. Always find a better spot in the circle. Zone is shrinking in very shortly, so we'll see more rotations coming in. Easy One is stopping in inside the crater fields.
Jack Breacher also being able to disengage from that fight and getting into the zone. He's in a good position right now. And Easy One is
There
just
we go,
gonna
circle shrink, and
Oh,
it does
again
go to the
favoring Gambino here.
northwest side. Gambino on the edge, but we're gonna see them rotate.
Yeah, we're gonna
We'll
see
them
jump
get
into
on the
the
vehicles
cars.
and
Yeah,
try to go more west.
Yep, that would be a right choice.
They're not a team that stay on the edge.
As we talked about again, look at how populated the southeastern area is. It's so many teams.
I would imagine James and Ibiza now are gonna probably rotate on the far west side, wrap all the way around. They're probably gonna meet up with EU Jason Jimmer.
Yeah.
So there's probably gonna be a fight there in about a few minutes' time. We're going to see some action. They don't have too much gas if you saw that. James actually has around 15-20% gas left on his buggy. I don't know if he's going to be able to wrap all the way around. He might have to get into a bit earlier than he wants to. Ibiza as well with only 5 or 10% of gas. Unless they have a gas can right now, they're only going to be able to get into the circle, not all the way around.
Yeah. They are okay on meds though, but they're just going to drive into this zone, get as far as they can. He's going to stop and heal. EB's taking damage really fast now because the zone is going to start moving here in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do it, I believe, but they might be able to be left with a few meds. As you saw there, Ibiza only had 1 first aid, 14 bandages. See Easy One rotating from the crater fields. Right of Finstack. Finstack spraying down the truck, and there goes Easy One. Zulu getting the kill. 2 kills for Finstack right now.
Minifridge is going to knock Cup of Magic as well with the M4.
See some cars rotating, getting out of here. They're still in the zone, Finstack, where they were, I believe. They don't really have to move. Minifridge and Raptor getting a kill on a rotation, I would imagine. Raptor getting shot from a different compound. Raptor gets knocked out by Resocello. And Minifridge now, I think we're going to be able to res him as Raptor takes cover in the circle, so this should be fine. And Italiano pretty far away from Resocello right now. He's kind of open. If he gets knocked here, it's going to be finished.
Yep. We see EB going straight into the zone.
He decided not to wrap around, just go straight south. But he's going to run into a few people. This is going to be scary for them.
Yeah. Hashik and Campino here.
Pybus long solo player on a free-seater. Really scary if you want to be alone on a free-seater.
He's going to drive
one
into
little bump and boom.
They actually moved their compound and moved even further north. They just want to edge their way in, so they didn't go center in the fear of being breached maybe by some of these teams.
Smart move. They didn't want to risk going center in case the team already there. They're just going to play the north edge, play for placement. They know they're just first place. They just need to come top 10 and they might just have it. James and Ibiza actually managed to get a decent spot in. Ibiza far away from James though, and outside the zone, and I think he lost his vehicle because it was out of gas. So now he's trapped in between Adam and Civil, and James needs to help Ibiza here. James needs to get a flank from the north side.
The info.
Yeah, there we go. James is going to be pushing here. James needs to clutch this. James is going to be in a 1v2 situation. And help Ibiza get out of this rock.
Now they're running, getting info on James. So EB should take some shots here. He is going to take some shots.
There we go. Good shots from EB. Making a distraction for James. Landing on more shots on him. Now James is going to throw under toss Molotov. Unfortunately, I think he wanted to do an overthrow, but he did an under toss. And James is pushing up. Is going to help Ibiza. Ibiza keeps on firing. This is the time. Nade from James. Are we going to see another knock, ladies and gentlemen? James, the god nade, throwing a nade. Landing on Adam, doing a lot of damage. He might be pushing up now unless he has another nade. Ibiza's taking zone damage. Firing as much as possible as he can. He's going to throw another nade. Gets that knock. James with the knock. Ibiza with the kill.
Clutch. 10 kills already on these two guys. They have been playing so well.
Perfect gameplay. James with the nades. Ibiza with the distraction. Just amazing teamwork. Ibiza was almost trapped there. If James didn't do this play. And 16 teams.
This zone favors Gambino so hard right
Mossy
here.
Landing a lot of shots on Resolello.
Nice connecting shots right there. Hitting 3 of those shots. They're just going to drive into that zone. We're super well played. 10 kills on James and Ibiza already with 27 alive, so 25 more possible kills from them.
This is another bad shrink for them, for Ibiza and James, but
they're just racking up the kills.
They're getting away with it. They're getting good plays in. We see Pybus again with a free-seater trying to rotate.
How is
see what he finds now. Alive? He's probably going to take one of these love shacks by himself. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a partner with him to have that intimate relation in the shack with, but he's going to settle with that, just being alone. There we go. He has a crossbow in front of him.
Still super populated.
Oh, Finstack with Zululu just got knocked. Zululu, this is a team, 16 teams alive. They don't want to finish right now. Second place, Finstack, they don't want to die. With 16 teams alive, Jack Breacher alone as well himself. So this is a 1v1 situation between Timmy and Jack Breacher. On the other side, we saw Fergie get killed by Lux, so Kramer knocking out Cub. Gambino also getting some kills in there. More kills for Gambino. As you see, Ashek getting killed in Mini Fridge. 14 teams alive, so 2 teams just wiped.
Yeah.
Good nades landing there, pretty low. So Kramer and so Survivor already killed his teammate. Gonna do this push in and perfect push for Survivor and Kramer. Different angles.
Good players as well here from
13 teams alive. This is anyone's game right now. All the top teams are still in. We still got Finstack. Still got Crimson. We still got Gambino. We got Mossy and Kickstart. They're not too far away either. United, Ibiza and Jeems rotating right now, and Mossy is landing some shots. Hits Ibiza. This is not looking good, but they might be able to stop above this hill. But that's where I think the Sir Knights were in. No, that's where Lambert is. Sorry, this is a different compound. Looked a little bit similar, but Lambert is around there. Above the hill, actually. I thought he was in the compound, but it's actually above. It looked like in the camera feed.
Jeems taking some shots at E-United here.
Taking shots at E-United.
And their bikes.
Super high pressure situation for Jeems and Ibiza, and they know they want to win this game, and they have 10 kills.
Exactly. 10 kills is 65 points, and after that, each kill is 11 points worth, and a win is 200 points worth. So they just want to snowball. They're looking to snowball this.
But 10 teams alive. Gambino coming top 10 is not good for Ibiza and Jeems. They want Gambino to die early. They would love a southwest shrink right now. Gambino rotating and dying kind of now would be the most ideal for Jeems and Ibiza. If not, I feel like the first place might be too far away from them.
Yeah.
Tauzera and Calvin Klein still in. We saw them, I think they were 28th place, so they don't have
no chance.
Even if they have a win, they won't be able to be in the top 5, I believe.
Yeah, and an M24 in this crate, nobody's probably going to go for that.
Timmy
going to leave
is getting pushed by Kramer and Survivor. Timmy is second place, 1v2 situation right now.
He's inside the zone.
Yeah, he has a zone, and he has a position, he has an angle on Survivor and Kramer. But 2 players against 1 is still really tough to hold.
Good smoke right here from
Survivor. Really good smoke by Survivor. Survivor loves using grenades. He's known to pick up so many nades, even the flashes.
Yeah.
So good nades by him. Manages to sneak in. So now the other side of the
Calvin Klein and Tauzera, they hear this, so they're going to be pushing in onto the
He's going to get pushed, and Timmy Z goes down 10th place for Finstack. This is not going to be good for them. Same time, Tauzera knocks out Sir Survivor. Kramer returns fire to Calvin Klein, so now 1v1 situation between Tauzera and Sir Kramer, who's going to come out top and save his teammate. Sir Kramer's pushing up, but they won't see each other. Tauzera coming up, and Tauzera with
the
wipe. Tauzera, very beautiful shots.
Oh my god, look at these shrinks on top of Gambino.
Just getting handed. He started looting at Coberia.
Yeah.
They moved a little bit to the west, and they just got the circle over and over again. There's not much you can do.
No.
So I mean, they have been playing extremely well, but they're getting
it is well deserved, but they're not getting much. They're getting a lot of help on these circles.
Yeah, for sure. And Ibiza and Jeems have to rotate game, circle after circle. Ibiza and Jeems circles so far away from each other, and they're probably a bit frustrated right now that they're not getting the circle.
Yeah.
So they're rotating right now. Perfect rotations. They're going to have this little ridge if they have some cover here, which might be good for them. Pybas is on the other side of the road with behind the rock. They could cause some trouble for Jeems and Ibiza. Jeems is a little bit trapped on the southwest side, though. I don't know if he still has his vehicle. I'm Mossy and Kickstart. I'm between. Ibiza taking some shots right now. Pybas might be able to shoot at Ibiza. This could not be good. Kickstart is rotating on his buggy.
Ibiza known to love that M4 spray. Yeah. Really good at controlling it as well.
Yeah, one of the sickest sprayers in the game, I would say. Ibiza has a sick control. Jeems is now getting shot by Mossy, and Mossy is holding Jeems.
Yeah.
Jeems is knocked out.
Right there.
Jeems gets knocked out, so Ibiza is going to be left alone. Jeems is going to die, so Ibiza, 8 teams alive. He needs to get this clutch yet again for his team if they want to place in the top 3 or even win. But it's looking very unlikely with the position that Gambino has right now. Tumai taking some shots. Talking about Gambino right now, there they are. Trinidad E-United, who's behind cover right now. They should be fine behind the zone.
And Tumai here with a silenced Scar with 8x and an M24. They've really been granted this game right here.
E-United, it's another team in top position. I'm Mossy and Kickstart, close to contenders too.
Mama and Lambert also 2 different teams. Tauzera is gonna take down Pybas as well.
That's good for Ibiza. That's good for Ibiza because he was sneaking behind a rock that could kill Ibiza in a bad spot. So they wiped out Crimson, and 6 teams alive right now. This is looking good for Ibiza.
Calvin Klein and Tauzera also in 10 kills. Extremely well played by them. 2 kills with 10 2 teams with 10 kills
Look
each.
at that spot that Ashek and Tumai has. Elevated high ground.
Yeah.
Literally seeing the whole fields. They have an overview of everything. Nades coming in. Boom should be fine behind cover. Not landing.
Tausera and
more nades.
It's gonna be an insane nade right there, getting inside that.
Inside the house from that angle.
Well played. Tausera.
I think it bounced through that door.
Tausera and Calvin Klein. 11 kills right here.
Wow.
5 teams alive.
Just sneaked up on them. Ibiza and Dreams had 10 kills for quite a while. No one was close. And
here we go. Some circle lock finally for EB. And he's gonna...
There's a team on his west, though, that might be sneaking in. Team 19.
Yeah, Mossy and
Kickstart and Mossy, solid team as well. It's not a team you want to be sneaking up on you. And they're going to be above them on the ridge. Tausera shooting at Mossy. And Tausera is actually helping Ibiza right now. And Ibiza saw this knock. And Ibiza is going to stay behind the bus because he can't really move. Tausera is going to be pushing in. Ibiza sees this. Ibiza landing shots on Tausera. Knocks him out. Down to 60% health himself, though. Calvin Klein, Tausera, this is his second knock, I believe, so it's going to be taken pretty fast. Mossy just got rezzed by Kickstart, so this is not good for Ibiza, the team above the hill. He's a little bit sandwiched right now. I would say finish Tausera and maybe kill Calvin Klein, get a top 4 position. 2 more kills would be super ideal for Ibiza right now. Before Team 19 push him. Calvin Klein
taking shots at Ibiza, so he knows where he is now, and now he's just gonna smoke.
Ibiza gonna smoke right now,
and then
he's gonna hide.
Dip it.
I think he's just going to stay here. Finally kills Tausera. Calvin Klein getting shot. Calvin Klein actually dead. 4 teams remaining, 7 alive.
Was Mossy taking out Calvin Klein here? No more kills for them.
Gambino still alive. E-United still alive. These are teams in the top 5 position with Ibiza as well. Mossy and Kickstart, I think they're 6th or 7th place right now as well. So all the top teams in the top 4 situation, like, I think Gambino probably have this. I think they have first place unless they die right now and Ibiza wins. I think maybe Ibiza can clutch in the victory.
They only have 2 kills to mine Ashik.
They're not going to get that many points.
No, so they need to just stay alive.
But almost guaranteed. I would say top 3 is at 100% guaranteed, even if Ibiza wins.
Yeah.
But if they die now, it could be it. If
United needs to make some magic here for them if you need to do that. So Ashik and Tumai, they're going to rotate in the vehicle here, going to get into the zone.
No helmet on Mossy.
Nope.
United fighting Gambino right now. Gambino actually pushing down on the south side, so they're going to be safe. United takes him some shots now. Jimmer is actually down. Guys in a 1v2 situation right now, and a Kickstart smart move, checking his back that Ibiza doesn't push. But Ibiza's just hiding. He's just going to stay prone there. He's just going to pay for position. He has a really good spot here that he can't get pushed down on.
Still 4 teams alive, but Gambino is out.
Look at Gambino's position right now. Ashek is separated with his teammate. He's going to get an angle on a different ridge. And looking good for Gambino. I don't see them losing out here. I think Guys is going to die outside the zone. There we go. He's finished. So 4th place for E-United. I think they're going to end up probably in the top 3 or top 4 situation. Ibiza taking shots, but missing on Mossy.
NA server, Kappa.
And this is 3 teams alive. I think Ibiza even coming 3rd place with 11 kills might seal the deal on a top 2 position.
Yeah.
I think he's done it because Finstack did end up dying around 10th place. They were 2nd place. So
I'm watching Kickstart moving up upon Ashik here. And Ashik can 3rd-person peek this, and Ashik actually get this zone again.
Yeah,
the
circle helping Ashik right there. Kickstart and Mossy. Ibiza is going to be pushing up right now, and then they know he's pushing up. This is not good for Ibiza. He needs to get a clutch 1v2 situation right now. Will he do it? Ibiza going back to his van, but gets finished by Kickstart. Unfortunate for Ibiza there. Good try. 11 kills. Solid performance. I think that might have sealed the deal for top 2 for them. So really good performance on this game 5. Miramar for Ibiza and James almost doing it, but unfortunately Kickstart and Mossy come out on top. Ashik landing really good shots on Kickstart there. Full level 3, level 2 vest, in fact, level 3 helmet. Mossy. Ashik and Mossy with no helmet himself. So this does favor the circle and the gear to Gambino. Tumai got shot down to 40% health, but he's going to regen with a medkit to 100% now. And Mossy with no helmet.
Kickstart, he's just trying to scan the area. He knows that Tumai was out there,
as well.
And Tumai is going to get on that bridge right now. He's going to throw a nade right there, and maybe he's going to hit Mossy. No, it's not. Not going to connect anything. Going to try to nade Kickstart right here on that rock. He gets the info. Far enough.
Not too close.
Actually, I do know.
That could be it. That might land pretty close. It does in fact land and bounces him off, gets the knock on kickstart. So now it's a 2v1 situation against iMossy, who has no helmet. Can Gambino win Game 5 as the #1 team going into Game 5? Can they just end it with a chicken dinner on top of that first place finish? Getting shot by iMossy, down to 10% health. iMossy, in fact, actually finishes him. So now it's a 1v1 situation between Ashik and iMossy, and
Ashik and Tumai from Gambino taking that win with 4 kills. Well played by them.
Yeah, I mean, they did get the circle at the end, but they did push in.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do. I mean,
Good
if they're getting circle, there's nothing
Yep.
you can do, right? They positioned themselves circle after circle. They did get the luck, but they always played super well whenever they don't.
And they moved a couple of times as well.
Exactly.
Super well played by Ashik and Tumai from
second
Gambino.
place, iMossy and Kickstarter with 6 kills. They're probably going to be ending up top 3, top 4.
They could
Jeeves and Ibiza, an amazing game for them. 11 kills, most likely second place team going forward to the results. We got EU German guys. They were 3rd or 4th place as well. They're going to be close. They didn't get any kills though. Only 0. I mean, only 0 kills.
0 kills. Yeah. Tausera with 9 kills.
Tausera 9 kills.
Calvin Klein with 2, so 11 kills from them as well.
Tying with Ibiza and Jeems, so a really amazing game. There are a lot of high kills between these two teams, Jeems Ibiza and Calvin Klein and Tausera, which were not in contention to place in the top 5, but at least they came out with a bang on the 5th game and made a good showing and a name for themselves, right?
Exactly.
So that's a really impressive game. A lot of far northeast shrinks.
Yeah.
Really tough for the people in south, especially Ibiza and Jeems. They had to rotate game circle after circle, and they actually did get there until the end. Jeems got a bit of cough card. I think he lost his vehicle, so Ibiza was left alone. If he maybe had Jeems there, they could have clutched something. But Gambino ended up with the 5th game win.
And 100% taking home the victory here today.
Without a doubt.
No chance. Nobody else is going to... They were first, they win. Of course, they're going to win this game. Super well played by Gambino. And congratulations.
And they ended up winning game lobby 1 yesterday in.
And here we see the Picardo replay. They did end up winning.
They came first place yesterday, so the consistency is there. They came first yesterday, first today, so a really impressive team. They've been winning squads, Gambino's together a lot recently, so they know what they're doing, and you can tell by the position. I mean, they did get the circle, but the previous games they know how to move, they know how to get into a better spot. So very impressive. Those boys have come kind of out of nowhere per se. So I hope they carry on this and
the recent 2-3 months squad tournaments as well have also shown Gambino being a top NA team right here, and it's cool to see that these guys also can have a success in a different environment. It's duo.
Look at this beautiful nade landed on the door on Bull Mama there.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Calvin and Tausera, a lot of nades, man. Like sick nades in this game.
That's
another one.
Well,
as we talk about nades, it's just it's been a GLL nades tournament in my opinion. Jeems, Tausera, just a ton of nades, and that ending with Gambino there getting the last chicken dinner and the first prize finish overall. Really impressive by them.
Super well played by them. Congratulations to Gambino once again. And I've been excited to come here, and the excitement was worth it. It was super fun. It's been super fun casting with you.
It
was super fun casting this different and fun, entertaining duo tournament here. And thank you, Global Loot League, for having us. It's been super wonderful. But I do not know the prizes. Do you know the prizes? I think there are some prizes
first place is the new white hoodie.
Oh, right.
I think it's going to be 2 of those.
2 white hoodies for the first prize.
I'm not too sure about second and third. We need to.
We'll find out.
Later. Those. But
it's going to be on the Twitter. Follow Global Loot League on Twitter as well, so you can follow our upcoming season here. The announcement for the dates coming into the first season here at Global Loot League is also going to be announced. Go check it out on the Twitter. And
it's going to be next month. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. The 2nd to the 4th is the qualifiers.
I believe so.
And they're going to be having a lot of slots for teams coming into this. We saw how the ESL signed up for Katowice. How many teams in Europe? There's more than 1,000 teams signing up for the Europe qualifiers.
Compared to, I think, in Katowice, in Oakland had way less. I think half of those signups from EU. So a lot of teams are actually picking up PUBG right now and competing in it, and it's really exciting. Because it's a lot more fun to play than in normal PUBG. If you haven't competed yet, if you're watching right now, if you just have a few hours into PUBG, get into competitive, just join the Discords, the community stuff, find the friends, and just participate in it. And it's a lot of fun for sure. You know, in PUBG normal games, when you drop, it's more or less the mid game is left with 20 people alive. It's just looking for players. But in competitive against good players, there's always a lot of people alive and a lot of action. And it's more about that macro play more than the micro play. Like you see Gambino winning the whole tournament based on that macro play. They know how to rotate and stuff like that. So
their precision just superior here, in especially on Miramar. How do you feel about Miramar? Like, it's been 2 games today. We had a lot of games yesterday as well. Do you think Miramar is worth giving a shot in competitive? There's been a lot of talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we've seen some of this competitive readiness in it, and we have been putting the competitive circle settings that we've been helping get out there.
For sure, like we've been having some amazing games in Miramar over the last 2 days. It's been really competitive. There's been some issues with the some bugs where I mostly got stuck on the cliffs, but here we have the leaderboard to Maya and Ashek with 777. We get some 07s in the chat for to Maya and Ashek.
14 kills. Well.
So and James and Ibiza with that amazing last game, 23 kills overall, tying with Kickstarter Mossi and Calvin Klein and Tauzero. 23. So 3 teams.
They only got 14th actually.
They were 28th though.
Oh right, yeah, they were 28th with 12 kills. Right.
So James and Ibiza was 2nd place. Amazing game there. Zulu and Timus actually ended up coming 3rd place. They were 2nd going into game 5, 501 points, 14 kills. Kickstarter and Imossi ended up 2nd place in last game, coming up to 4th place, 489, 23 kills as well for them.
Exactly.
Super high kills.
Guys in Jimmo going out as 4th and with 0 kills in this last game. That put them at 5th place here. Master Dominator and Hyperion. A team that's been consistently...
Yeah, they've been consistently there. They haven't won a game, though, but they're always getting a lot of top finishes for sure. So pretty nice performance by them.
Yeah, and Adam Ditson on Civil, also on the 7th place here from Shoot to Kill. Copper Magic and Pete, Italiano Rezo, and Jack Breach and Beat Up in the top 10 right here.
Yeah.
Others worth mentioning, others worth play. I think that Crimson had an extremely well-played game in that Erangel. Worth mentioning with 10 kills, but the other games, unfortunately for them,
they have 11 kills only, so that only one game out of 5. So and I'm thinking another mention would be for me Feverish. Highlight and micro play, like he had a really sick individual play. He unfortunately didn't get into the top 20, I believe. He was close to it or something like that. But really sick by Feverish. I was really impressed by his sniping skills for sure. And Gambino, I mean, you saw them 1st place. They had 14 kills. Not that many kills. Like we said, they're more of a positioning, placing, getting to a better spot. Not really that aggro per se. They'd rather be aggro when they have a good spot. So when you have a good spot, for the most part, in the middle, you don't need to get that many kills. So they were not in that top contending of kills, but with their placing and their macro play was just amazing and super well deserved to come out on top of this all.
Exactly. Sure. And also Sammy and Timmy, thank you for coming.
Unfortunately, Timmy Tinkle Toes and Sammy Slimy Sloot.
Sammy Slimy
Sloot.
They came here after yesterday doing some good work, but unfortunately for them, they didn't do good today.
Yeah, they had a bad day.
But
But you have bad days in PUBG. It happens to everyone. Even the good players, the good teams have bad days. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way. Sometimes it does. But unfortunately for them, hopefully we'll see them in future GLL tournaments or other stuff out there.
Exactly. Remember to follow Global Loot League here on Twitter and on Twitch to see more of this upcoming squad first-person tournaments. We are done here for today. Thank you for tuning in on Global Loot League Wingman Duo Tournament, and congratulations to Gambino for taking that win. See you next time.